What's up, everybody? In this video, we're going to go over business structure and banking activities and how it can positively or negatively affect your business at the operations and even getting funding in the future. So let's dive in. What do you need to know about business structuring and banking activities? This video is very important. Make sure you watch to the end. So what do you need to properly structure your business and set up your business? Now, this may be kind of like the same information over and over again, but oftentimes they're giving you guidance for the wrong reason. So as an example, you want your business entity. Yes, you can operate as a sole prop, but operating as a single member or multi-member LLC or a corporation brings protection and legal separation in certain situations. So it is highly recommended that you get your LLC or you get a corporation for your company. It costs different for every state. I suggest using inkfile.com and using the free version to file yours. That's what I do. Next, you need an EIN number. People say the EIN number is like the social security number for your business. You're going to need and want your EIN for your business account, merchant accounts, for funding, and for other things. You're going to want a domain and a website, as well as a domain email. You need a business phone number, a business address. A lot of people are like, business address, so people don't know where you live. That's not the full reason for the business address. Social media handles, a business bank account, and payment processing. So let's dive into each one specifically. Business entity and EIN, like I said, LLC, corporation, or a nonprofit, go to inkfile.com. Once you have completed that and you have your approved LLC, go ahead and get your EIN number. You'll get this direct from the state website. You do not need to pay for your EIN. Your EIN is free, okay? Don't fall for the fake bills once you create your LLC. So one of the things that I don't see people talking about, and it happens every single time you form an LLC. Once you form a business in whatever state, you will start receiving mail from other companies claiming that you have to make certain purchases. And they will give you a really realistic letter with a invoice. These are scams. They use deceitful marketing tactics to try to get an extra, $100 to $300 for things. These are not things that you need. You do not need to pay for stickers or some poster for employees, etc. So make sure that you are paying attention to the things coming in, and you'll notice after watching this video and establishing your LLC and getting your EIN that you get these letters. Go ahead and take a picture and comment below once you get them in, and share with us the ones that you're getting, because they have gotten really, really stronger and more convincing over the years. So don't get ahead with that. Next, domain email, and website. So I definitely suggest Namecheap or GoDaddy to purchase your domain. You want a .com or a .net, a .co. Those are the ones that are preferred. Don't get really creative and do like .biz and all those others. They can actually look spammy. And they don't rank as well on things like Google. A domain email will cost you around $5. I suggest WordPress for the website. That's what we use. It has great plugins. It's really good with ranking. But I also suggest, and I'm one of the few people that I see doing it, I also want you to make a Gmail or a Yahoo account. We call this our burner accounts. That's what you sign up for your social medias for. That's what you funnel hack with. That's what you use for yourself and your needs in the back system, right? You're not going to use your Gmail or your Yahoo for business purposes, meaning, hey, send me this information. But you want the Gmail and the Yahoo for the social medias, for a burner account, for several other things. So make sure you secure that. Next, business phone number. The most popular ones suggest are Ring Central, Grasshopper, and Vonage. You can get business lines, whether you go through Verizon, T-Mobile, etc. All of them really, there's not one good over the rest. So if you're already with a carrier, I have T-Mobile, go to a T-Mobile, type in T-Mobile business, go onto the website. You're going to want your LLC, your EIN, and a few other documents, and you can go ahead and get that approved. For your business address, I really, really want to clarify this because this is a big, big hot topic that's most of the time mistaught to you all, okay? For your business address, a virtual office is okay. A PO box is never okay. You can technically use your business address, but you don't want to. So how do you figure out what virtual address is okay? This is the biggest question. How do I know what virtual address to use? Do I use this company, that company? It's not the company that's the issue. It's what the actual building is. So here is the office hack. Look up the address on Google Maps. Simple. Open up a new window, go to Google Maps, type in the address, and look at the building that pops up. Is that an office building or is it a packing and shipping place? Does it look like an office building? As long as it looks like an office building and it is an office building, it will be okay for you to use as a virtual address. If you look up the building and it's a shipping place or a FedEx or a coffee shop or something, do not use it. It will not work and you will have issues. That is why you are having issues with your business address. Next, social media handles. I am one of the few people that are suggesting this. I can't even imagine why, but here's the deal. I don't care if you are using them or not. You need to register your business with Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, whatever. I don't care if you're not going to post or utilize it. I don't care if you've never used it before in your life. The point is to protect your brand and to own as much digital real estate for your brand as possible. So even if you're not on Twitter, you don't want someone else to create a Twitter handle with your business name and be running that. So make sure you go to all the social media sites with your Yahoo or Gmail email, sign up for them, set up the account with your logo, with a little bio, and with your link, and that's it. You don't need to post anymore, but make sure you've secured that so others cannot. Next, your business bank account. You need to make sure that you are using a business bank account for your business. Do not be using your personal account for both business and personal. We call that commingling funds. You do not want to commingle. That is an audit IRS nightmare. You can actually get your account shut down for commingling. There's many things that can happen that are bad for commingling. So you need to get a business bank account. So people often ask me, Ashley, what are the best business bank accounts? So to put it plainly across the board, Chase is one of the best, Truist, and then you have PNC, Navy Federal, US Bank. These are all great. These all reward you for banking activity. These all have great credit card and lines of credit programs. Obviously, if you're not a part of the military, Navy Federal isn't for you. Go ahead and check out PNC. Do not be using anybody's stuff to get a Navy Federal account. I'm very anti that. But Chase, Truist, these are all great. When it comes to a payment processor, when you're first starting, depending on your business, most businesses that are watching this, you guys should not be using PayPal and Stripe. You are likely on their restricted list, and it is increasing your likelihood of getting your account suspended or frozen, and we do not want that. So if you have questions on what specific payment processor you should use depending on your business, you can go ahead and comment below or email me directly. I always have my contact in the description, right? But Square is typically the best. Now, once your revenue is over $10,000 a month, it's very important to switch to an actual merchant processor. There are several reasons why a merchant processor is better. But real quick, it's about protection, it's about support, and it's about scalability. And honestly, we can set you up with a merchant processor where you're paying 80 to 90% less in fees. So there's another benefit there to a merchant processor. Next, the dues of banking activity. There's so much misinformation right now online about what you can and cannot do with your bank, how to liquidate, how to charge people, how to make it look like you have a strong business. I want to preface before I dive in, I am not an expert that suggests or teaches y'all money laundering or illegal activities. There are plenty of gurus, those gurus out here that are teaching you money laundering techniques that can get you in serious, serious trouble. So this is the do's of banking activity. Send detailed invoices. If you're selling a product or service, it's always going to be best for you to put as much details in the invoice that protects you and the buyer. Next, have contracts for all your products and services. Imagine what would happen if you have your purchasers, your students, your customers, your buyers signing a contract for the product or service. That's going to protect you from chargebacks. It's going to protect you from misunderstandings. Next, you want to keep as much money as you can in your account. I know way too many newer businesses that are utilizing their business bank account, but taking all the money out every month. By doing so, you are hurting yourself and showing very weak banking balance. Next, you want to deposit all the cash you make, especially in the beginning. I know a lot of us do the cash game so we can regulate how much money we show on paper. But especially in your first 2 years of business, you want to show the strongest possible business, especially with revenue and cash flow, the money that stays. If you have other businesses that you hire to do work, make sure you have contracts and proof of work. I put this in black and highlighted because this is one of the most common money laundering tactics that these gurus are teaching you. So what they're doing is they're teaching you to open multiple businesses, get multiple credit cards approved, and then pay yourself. So as an example, you have a $10,000 credit card with 3 businesses. Okay. So business 1 sends an invoice to 2 and 3 for $10,000. You pay the invoice. So now you have 20,000 in that. Well, then business 2 sends an invoice to business 1, gets the 10K, and vice versa. So now you have 2 or 3 businesses showing 10, 20, 30K a month in revenue. Well, there's an issue there. The issue there is you're using the same IP address. Most likely all of your businesses have the same address on it or something similar. And you're not doing anything with invoice, like detailed invoice, and you don't have any contracts. So really what you're doing is money laundering, which is severely illegal. You are not only frauding the credit card companies you're utilizing, but you're also frauding the bank in 3 different businesses. So in this particular example that I'm giving you, you can and will have your entire account frozen, your cards locked up, you'll be blacklisted, and you can actually face jail time. The don'ts of banking activities, and I've touched upon some of this already. First, you don't want to accept payments through Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, friends and family. The reason being is it will not count. If you're ever looking for funding, underwriters don't count this as income. It's also a big red flag. Also, not depositing your cash. Again, if you're making like a few $1,000s a month in cash and you're not reporting it, that doesn't exist, right? So as much as you don't want it to exist for tax liability, it also doesn't exist for anything else. When you transfer funds from personal to business, that is also not the right way. You want to pay yourself. Transfers as well. Anytime you transfer money into your business bank account, if you're going for funding, the underwriters are going to want bank statements to that account too. So if you're trying to hide certain things, you definitely don't want to do it that way. Again, liquidating your credit cards and liquidating other people's credit cards, that it's such a fine line. And I know it can be done. It's been being done for decades, right? For as long as it was possible. But there's so many risks involved. I have seen personally so many people have their bank accounts completely frozen, their credit cards frozen, their car payments frozen, and then they owe a ton of money. So I really, really, really encourage you to consider other methods to utilizing your credit cards. And the last 2 I've already mentioned. Transferring all your funds out each month is going to hurt you. It's going to kill your cash flow. It's going to show a really, really, really weak bank account. And then commingling your funds from personal or other companies. So let's say you run a few companies, even if they're small side hustles, and you're using one bank account, that's really bad. You're commingling, and it's just not something that you want to do. So what questions do you have? Hopefully now, after I've clarified a lot of the most common things these other people are teaching, or maybe not clarifying, what questions do you have? Go ahead and comment below, or you can send me an email. And again, if you're looking for funding, if you're looking for guidance, if you're needing help with structuring or banking activity, you can go ahead and contact me and we can set up a call and get that taken care of for you right away. Please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you have for questions. Appreciate y'all.